What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. Barakat the Sallah to all my Muslim friends. But can you guys believe what some of my Muslim friends did? They made me upset. How is it possible that the Saraki of Ilorin will get stoned at the Eid prayer? I said La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Show them the video, my brother. A thief. What is this word coming to? People are now becoming too bold. What happened? What? He denied it? How could you deny? Saraki, no. Why? How can you deny something that we see live and direct? Play that video one more time. He denied. Why are they treating the Senate President like this now? The number 3 in the country. Which was why I called my friend in Kwara State. You guys know Aswaibu, as well. I said, oh boy, what happened now? You guys will not believe what he told me. Move closer. That's enough. I need to breathe now. Anyway, he said, fine, babe. That is me. First of all, the drama at Eid was because workers have not been paid their salaries for months. I said, so what has that to do with Saraki now? He's the Senate President, not your governor. He said, don't you know that the governor cannot release money? It is Saraki. I said, abomination. Apparently, this man and his family are the ones controlling Kwara State for decades. Allegedly new. Don't quote me. Of course, he's not the only one treating a whole state like it's a personal property. Oh boy, what is the meaning of this? Take it down. Who asked you? You are becoming too bold. Focus. Today we are talking about Saraki. As I was saying, my people, you have to pity this man. The same week, he was summoned to court for 13-count corruption charge. I said, gang. Ashe, the man lied in his asset declaration. That is God. He was charged with corruption, false declaration of assets, and illegal operation of a foreign bank account while in office as a public servant. I said, so why does he like saying on Twitter that he's fighting corruption? It looks to me like corruption is fighting back big time. You didn't hear that from me. It's a quote that I saw on Twitter. Anyway, my dear, is that my Twitter handle? And what is wrong with you? So you can't even block my name. Common sense is not that common. You're playing with tickets down. Like I said, that my friend Aswaibu, he talks too much. And you guys know that I don't like to gossip. But allegedly, according to Swaibu, this same man, Saraki, and his family looted the whole bank, the Societe-Generale Bank, which made a lot of people lose their jobs. A lot of people lost their hard-earned savings, including many old men and women that have worked all their lives. They put their money in Societe-Generale Bank, 1 billion naira. Family, they ate everything. Until today, those people were not refunded though. And then he told me how the man became a governor. Don't forget, allegedly Nibogwe, because his father, that is Saraki Senior, was the godfather until he died. The man basically flew his son, Bukola Saraki, from the US where he was living and told the people of Kwara State that here is your new governor. And he did 2 terms. When I heard that, my eyes got big. I said, my people of Kwara State, you must confirm. Is this true or not? Let me know. Anyway, I also heard that while he was the governor, his sister was a senator. And when he was done, the sister wanted to be the governor and he wanted to be Nigeria's president. I said, what an insult. Another thing he said, Aswaibu, big mouth, so you understand. He said while the man was governor of Kwara State, he was actually living in Lagos. So he would fly into Ilorin in the morning, do whatever he needs to do, and fly back to Lagos. I said, how is that possible? How can you be governor in one state and be living in Ekoile, but waiting be my own? Now, this is the hard one that I found really hard to believe. Apparently, even though he's no longer the governor, the man is still the one in charge in Kwara State. They said the governor cannot do anything unless Saraki approves. One viewer from Kwara even wrote me a letter telling me that they wanted to repair the road in their hometown and the elders of their hometown went to meet the governor. The governor said he couldn't do anything. They must go and say Saraki. And then Saraki said that is not part of the budget for now. So till now, they did not repair that road. I said, hold on, how is that possible? I said to my friend Aswaibu, I said, my brother, you are an enemy of progress. How can you say things like that about a man that many people considered an angel? Many people believe that he's only being persecuted by APC. Yes, because he became the Senate President through the back door. Actually, that is true. I believe that myself. I think that many people are speaking out now because they realize, wait a minute, this man may want to be president someday. So I don't like that they kept quiet until now when some of us have been talking for years. But you know, on the other hand, if all these things are true, allegedly, you understand, I'm very happy for the people of Kwara State, because it looks like freedom is coming here. Finally, freedom is coming. The only thing that I know to be true, because I've read this in several newspapers, is that every Sallah, people allegedly die at his residence because of stampede over rice and Ankara and 50 naira. Wait, 50 naira, that is too cheap. Maybe 500 naira, I don't know. Anyway, he gives out money during Sallah and people line up to get money and rice and Ankara. Or maybe it's Amala. No, I think it was his father that was making Amala for people. I don't know. Anyway, the people of Kwara, they know all these things. You can ask them. So apparently, people die every year at his residence. I said that is not correct. That is not correct. Sometimes as many as 15 people would die in one day. I said there is God. By the way, I heard that they arrested people for protesting at Eid ground. All the people that were calling him thief. I heard that they arrested some of them. I said, hey, that would not work. Instead of paying their salaries, you want to flex muscle. You want to flex. Nigerians have woken up, my brother. You know, nobody else will tell you the truth except me. You know how we are in Adeola. That would not work. By the way, is it true that so many governors in Nigeria, they like to withhold workers' salaries for about 3 months? They will put it in their own private bank account so that it will generate interest. You know, they get billions of naira. Allegedly, they can generate up to 10 million naira within 3 months if they put it in their private bank account first. And then they will later pay workers' salary. Is that true? There is God. Back to the court hearing. I was so upset to You guys know, I was really upset during the court hearing because for 1 hour, this man said he would not enter the accused box.
For the production of the defendant, we have satisfied the order of the court. My learned friend seems to be under the misconception that this is a criminal trial. We are not a court to try criminal cases.
They will not go to the accused box. Section 296, say so. Don't take criminal objection. You should go to the box and take his plea. That is the law.
Chai, my people. Igberaga, I'm a sadu, I'm proud, I'm so bad. Get in the box, see, my brother. You're already in court, my brother. What is the big deal in getting in the accused box? Well, actually, yeah, it's a big deal. Oh, yes, it is. Saraki in the accused box. What? Shut up. What? Oh, my God. Who would have thought? Never in my lifetime did I ever thought I would see a picture like this. You know, because some people are considered untouchable in Nigeria. Saraki is one of them. So congratulations, my brother, for making it inside the accused box. Yeah, show them that photo one more time. Congratulations. I'm on speed dial if you ever want to talk, so you understand. Now to the 50 senators that followed Oga Saraki to court.
Thank you very much.
Can't say, it has gotten this bad that 50 senators will stand with corruption. My dear, what are Nigerians saying about this? This person said, wayo senators. Looks like people are not impressed. The next person said that they just came to watch their future. Woo, snap. Tell them, my brother. And then this person said that the God that delivered Nigeria from Ebola and Ebele would deliver us from these idiots. Amen, my brother. You have said it all. Sure, you see, Nigerians are not impressed. Anything can still happen, by the way, between now and the next hearing. But the fact that Saraki entered the accused box is very, very refreshing. You know, for some of us, if all the allegedly that what people are talking about were to be true. You know, this makes me realize that he's also a human being like the rest of us. He's not a god like some people make us think he is. So let other corrupt officials learn. It may look like you're getting away with stuff today, but the day of reckoning will always catch up with you. But as you guys know, we don't talk too much in Ibadan. We mind our own business. Let them be my own. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Ghana, it's been an exciting week as Anas released another explosive video. You guys know Anas now. Anas Aremeyaw, I hope I said his name correctly. Forgive me, my Ghanaian people, if I didn't say it correctly. That investigative reporter that disguises himself to caption corruption practices on camera. He was the one that busted that fake doctor. Remember, the one that raped thousands of women, especially teenagers, before carrying out illegal abortion on them. He would tell them that sleeping with them would make the abortion easy. Remember that video? So this time around, the big explosion was getting 34 judges on tape collecting bribe in order to release criminals. 34! That's messed up. If 34 judges are corrupt in one country alone, how do you know which judge to trust now? You know, we need somebody like you and us. You need to come to Nigeria and do the same thing. We have so many judges that, oh my brother, I can't even tell you. Apparently, more than 80 other judicial service workers were also involved. Policemen, lawyers, they all got busted. Imagine one of those judges, that is Justice John Ajet Nassam, allegedly freed someone that stole 51 million CDs. Hey! After he collected bribe from that person. Can you imagine? Is that fair? That is more than $30 million. So somebody stole 30 million. And because he gave you bribe, you would release him. There is God now. So before Anas released the video, guess what happened? As soon as he announced that he captured 2 years of bribery among Ghanaian judges, suddenly judges started falling sick left and right. Some had stroke, others had hypertension, some were in coma for days. You know, people didn't really buy it. They were like, oh God, beg, wake up, nothing to do you, y'all, wake up. So others started resigning left and right. This was before their names were even out because they knew what they did. And then he released the trailer, bam, where some of them could see themselves live and direct, like, Chai, they caught it on camera, that thing that I did, yeah, Mogbe. Several of them sued the guy, thinking that they could use their influence as judges to prevent him from releasing the 3-hour-long video. They even served an injunction to the managers of the cinema where the video was to premiere. It didn't work. On September 22nd and 23rd, there were free viewings of the video titled Ghana in the Eyes of God, Epic of Injustice, at the Accra International Conference Center, opened to the public. All kinds of people came, pastors, lawyers, government officials, popular broadcasters, celebrities. Everybody wanted to see the faces of the corrupt judges and judicial service workers. The place was packed. See, I love the fact that he made it free, and believe it or not, this would prevent a lot of judges from taking bribes. I hope that the government of Ghana is already preparing something for, you know, the ones that were caught on camera. Yes, we can't just watch the video and nothing happens. No, something must to happen to them. I can't wait for him to upload the video online on YouTube or something. Hopefully we will now have a lot of vacancies so that unemployed lawyers that are not corrupt can be hired, yes, by the courts. Another thing that I love is that no one has ever seen Anas's face. He usually disguises. He could dress like a madman. You will see him and not even think twice that this person is spying on me. This was him dressed as an Arab sheikh to bust a Chinese human trafficking ring in Ghana, and it was successful. Another time he dressed as a police officer. I mean, he disguises a lot. Whatever will get the job done. Anas is on top of his game. Now there's a popular saying in Ghana that I am Anas. I am Anas, because Anas could be anybody and anybody could be Anas. You never know who's watching you. So people are more careful now when it comes to corruption practices. They're like, hey, what if I find this in the movie theater someday? You guys know I don't know much. Congratulations to my brother. You're doing a good job. We're all very proud of you. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Now, this is a bittersweet story that reminds me again and again that when God is ready to bless you, can't no man stop you. That is English, right? As I was saying, I've seen many disappointing situations turned around for good in the lives of many people, and this is not an exception. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that last week everybody heard about the story of Ahmed Mohamed. Yeah, my Sudanese brother. Oh yeah, some of you didn't know that he's a Sudanese. His parents are from Sudan, so that makes him a Sudanese. Well, Sudanese-American. You know, I do with my brother. Anyway, as a matter of fact, his father, who's a member of the Sudanese National National Reform Party, ran against Omar al-Bashir in the 2010 election, as well as the recently concluded election in Sudan, and he's getting ready to contest again in 2020. Anything to get rid of that dictator, hey, I'm up for it. So back to Ahmed, my brother. He likes to put things together. He likes to invent stuff. This time around, he made a clock in 20 minutes. Some said he didn't make the clock, he assembled it. I'm like, whatever, jealousy. Can you do that in 20 minutes? Anyway, he took the clock to school to show his teacher, but his English teacher thought it was a bomb because it beeped during class and it's in a suitcase. So they called the police. 5 police officers interrogated this boy in the principal's office for 1.5 hours. I'm like, I don't get it. 1.5 hours is more than enough to figure out if it's a bomb, especially since bombs count down and clocks count up. No be so, bombs count down and clocks count up. What were they trying to decide for 1.5 hours after the boy told them it's a clock? But after grilling him for 1.5 hours, refusing to let him call his parents, by the way, even though he asked several times to call his parents, they didn't let him. Then they handcuffed this boy, took him to the police station where they took his mugshot, interrogated him more, and detained him at a juvenile detention center. Why? So it took hours before they released him to his parents, and after all that, the school suspended him for 3 days. I'm like, what? Is that necessary? If you're a parent, just imagine your child going through all that without doing anything wrong. I definitely think that it's important to ensure safety and make sure that no one brings a bomb to school. I'm all for that, but there are so many traces of discrimination in this story that I don't think would have happened if Ahmed was a white boy. After finding out that it's not a bomb, there was no need to handcuff him or take him to the police station or suspend him for 3 days from school. And did you hear what the police chief said?
Following the standard procedures that we have.
Did he say, procedure? Whatever. I'm coming to talk about procedure.
The student was handcuffed for his safety and for the safety of the officers.
Wait a minute. The student was handcuffed for his safety and for the safety of the officers? Whoa. What do you mean? How do you handcuff me for my own safety? I'm trying to process this in my mind. How do you handcuff me for my own safety? Does that make sense to you, my people? And talking about following standard procedures, by the way, the boy said several times that he asked to call his parents and they said no. Meanwhile, this is what Texas Constitution says. A child may not be left unattended in a juvenile processing office and is entitled to be accompanied by his or her parents, guardian, or other custodian, or by the child's attorney. Like, really? What? Okay, so it also said that persons taking a child into custody shall promptly give notice of the child's action and the statement of the reason for taking the child into custody to the child's parent or guardian or custodian. So no, they did not follow due procedure, and I think that they were trying to scare the boy to confess to doing something that he did not do. We all know that terrorists come in all skins. I still remember Dylan Roof. Remember the boy that killed 9 black people in a church in North Carolina? Do you know that after they arrested him and he said he was hungry, the policeman took this boy to Burger King? But I was like, what? He just killed 9 people and you bought him a burger? With cheese. Hey, burger with cheese. That is God. Anyway, the good thing is Ahmed's story got out and he got a lot of support, overwhelming support from all over the world. His story has changed. He's now a celebrity Loma. American President Barack Obama heard about it and he thought that what he did was cool, that he made a clock. And guess what he did? He invited Ahmed to the White House. By the way, I hope the White House is watching. You can invite your girl too, What are you waiting for? Reddit and Twitter offered him an internship already. Facebook owner, that is Mark Zuckerberg, invited him to Facebook. Harvard University and MIT have invited him to come and take a tour of their campus. Last week, his whole family was flown to New York to meet United Nations dignitaries who asked to meet him. I'm telling you, when God decides to bless you, can't no man stop you. As soon as he announced that he wanted to transfer from that school in Texas, several schools offered him enrollment. You know that those 3 days that he couldn't go to school without doing anything wrong must have been very, very hard on his family, especially because for years, some people in school, some of the students have been calling him a terrorist because he's Arab and he's Muslim. But now look at how his story has changed. If you're an immigrant in America, my people, make sure you talk to your children about possibilities, because anything could happen, especially especially if you are black. And if you're Muslim and you have children here, make sure that you talk to your children and let them know that they have the right to call their parents. If ever arrested, they don't have to confess to doing what they didn't do. I'm so happy for Mohamed though. I know that he will grow up to do great things, and hopefully his father would defeat Omar al-Bashir someday in Sudan. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I like to read some of your emails, and the first one is from Innocent Ibewike, and he said, "Hi Adeola, I'm Innocent Ibe and I'm studying in South Africa, and I love my country very well, but I've come to realize that traveling abroad is not the in thing again. I'm tired of being seen and treated as a second-class citizen. Wow. So I'm coming home inevitably after my postgraduate program. Things are falling apart in South Africa. Many Nigerians are suffering and hiding in the pretense of, oh, I'm abroad. That's why we are being mistreated here. Many are dying of domestic violence, police brutalities, and the world hardship due to the economy. I can't wait to eat gari in peace than eating kwasa, that is rice, in fear. Even some that are forced into vices are being pushed to the wall, although I'm not justifying anything. The main content of my email is to try and plead for grace, to get more insight in us here, and encourage more of us here to come back home. It's really a duty to save a life, mostly the breadwinners abroad." Wow, thank you so much, my brother Innocent Ibewike. I really appreciate this mail. He's saying the truth, as hard as it is. So many people prefer to say I'm abroad and they're actually suffering abroad than for them to go home and do something with their lives. Listen to what he's saying. You don't have to endanger your life abroad if things are not working out. Nigeria is starting to change. Nigeria is changing. Myself, I'm going back to be the first lady. I've been telling you guys for a long time. So please, my people, listen to Innocent Ibewike. I really appreciate your email. The next email is from Walter Ray, and he says, "Hi Adeola, I've been watching your show on YouTube for several months. I love the way you do the news and current events." Oh, thank you. I'm a Black American, and I know that your viewers are primarily Africans in the diaspora, but you do have a few others like me. I post your show on my Facebook page when it's up. I also send my contacts personal emails to inform them that your show is live. I lived in Ghana from 2011 to 2013, and I hope to return there for good very soon, God willing. You're my favorite on-air personality. Oh my God. I think you're so funny, informative, gifted in a special way, nice to look at. Thank you. I know I try. And I'm courageous. You keep me laughing and fully informed at the same time. Don't stop what you're doing. No one does it better. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my God, Aremeyaw, my head is swelling. Thank you, my brother. You not do well. This next email is from Daniel Ibe, and he said, "Hi Adeola, I'm a fan of keeping it real, and I like the way you tackle African problems, especially Nigerian problems." Thank you. The government of Goodluck Jonathan was bad, and you did not spare him. You pointed out what was wrong with his government in your episodes, and the rest is history, as he was voted out of office. Are you saying that I was the one that made people vote him out of office? I was his best friend, my brother. Anyway, then came Buhari. Right from inception, this man has shown Nigerians that he is not a believer in fairness of the Nigerian constitution. For example, he recently admitted without mincing words that all his appointments were based on cronyism, nepotism, and tribalism, and not on merit or competence. Really? Buhari said this? I must be missing something. This is in violation of his oath of office of being fair to all, irrespective of tribe, religion, and etc. He has been increasing the number of Boko Haram members by setting free those that were arrested by the last administration. Really? I didn't know. This is news to me. At the same time, under his administration, soldiers have killed scores of innocent Biafrans. His asset declaration have shown that Buhari is not as honest as he claimed he is. Before the elections, he claimed that he was so poor that he had to borrow 27 million naira to purchase his party's presidential application form. Now he has 30 million naira cash plus other properties which he never admitted he had. Wait a minute, my brother. Are you saying that he was supposed to spend all his savings on the party nomination form? I'm just, anyway. I wish you would fight Buhari with the same zeal with which you fought Jonathan. Investigate him more than you are doing presently so that Nigerians will know who Buhari really is. Many Nigerians believe that his first 100 days in office are 100 wasted days, as he has nothing to show for it apart from taking glory from what Jonathan did. My brother, Daniel Ibe, I don't know how to answer you, because you said many things here that that are news to me. Like so many things that you accused Buhari of, they are news to me, okay? First of all, let me say this. I don't get paid by APC. I am not sponsored by any political figure. Sure, you understand? Because I know people say that every time. So I'm not afraid of pointing out if Buhari is doing something bad. When he's not done right, I have talked about it on this show, starting from the day that he won election. And he said something about Boko Haram.
For 5-6 years, the Nigerian law enforcement agencies, including the military, could not secure 14 local governments out of 774. How can I promise miracle?
What do you mean you cannot promise a miracle? Hey, look at this politician. So you are starting to get on my nerves. I remember saying that this was even before he was sworn in office. And several times that he didn't do well, like when he appointed people and I felt like it wasn't fair. I talked about it. He also said that he's taking glory for what Jonathan did. I found that really interesting that you are the one saying that Jonathan did these things. Even Jonah did not say he did those things. And I've talked about that in the episode that I talked about oil refineries working. So I will continue to investigate whatever is happening even with Buhari. But if he didn't do something, I won't say he did it. It sounds to me like my brother is a Biafran, and I know there's a tension between Biafrans and Oga Buhari. It looks as if he can't really do anything right as far as some Biafrans are concerned. But I will encourage you, my brother, to take a critical look at all these things that you accuse him of. And you know, if you have concrete evidence of these things, we'll talk about them. Alright guys, that's all the time that I have for emails today. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com. Alright y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.